Marion was born in 1918. She was a spunky tomboy who grew up to be a microbiologist, raised 4 children of her own, and 2 more heart daughters. She traveled all over the world. These are her stories. Well, you want another question? What was your first job? How old were you? And what did you do with the money that you earned?
Well, I'm not sure if this is the first or not. A neighbor lady wanted me to take care of her little girl because she needed to go out of town. So I had to take care of this little girl that was still in diapers. And I got my thumb pricked, and I couldn't get it cleaned out very good, and it became sore and a big, like a blister formed under that part that was pricked. And it wasn't a blister, it was pus. The doctor had to open it up and drain it out and try to clean it out.
Well, that must have been painful and unpleasant.
Yeah,
So how long did you take care of this girl?
it was just, I think, overnight one night.
What did they pay you?
I don't know, probably $1.
So what did you do with your money?
Probably saved it.
Were you already taking pictures by then with a camera?
Well, if I was 12, I would be, because the Kodak company had their, it was the 25th birthday, and they had a plan to get people interested in using their film and stuff. So they gave away a little brownie camera that was about that size on the end, and about so long front to back. And
How did you get yours?
well, I knew they were going to be getting out around noon, and I was very tiny, and I wouldn't have a chance if I went there, and I had to go home at noon for dinner too. So I asked my dad if he could see if he could get in line and get it for me, and so he did. He got it for me.
Where were they giving them out?
Right down the middle of town, not far from the post office.
So that's when you got your camera.
And I got my 1st camera.
And I remember you said you had to save money for film and developing. So that's why I asked if maybe you did that with your money from your babysitting.
Well, I might have, if I was in possession of the camera by that time. Probably was. You know, if I got any money for running errands or something. I would have to save that till I got enough to buy a film.
What did you like to take pictures of?
Well, I got one of my cat, that little gray and white barn cat, and he was so scrawny in the summertime. The cat got thin. In the wintertime, it's put on weight to help keep warm.
What was the cat's name?
Oh, just Tabby. We didn't call him, we just called Kitty.
When you took pictures, did your father develop the film?
No, he had quit doing that for quite some time before. But he still had the equipment for it. And when I was in high school, I thought I'd try to do that at home. One night, one of my favorite teachers in high school was Mr. Menace.
That's a funny name for a teacher.
Well, he was Norwegian, but he...
Oh, it's probably not spelled like I'm thinking. I said, I'm sure if he was Norwegian, it was not spelled the way I'm thinking, like a menace.
I don't know, I thought M-E-N-N-E-S.
That's probably correct. So go ahead and talk about him.
When we kids talked about him, we just called him Beefy.
Oh, was he beefy?
Kind of. He wasn't real fat, but he was somewhat overweight. And by the way, he died in Norway.
He did.
Years later, he married one of the other teachers, and they didn't have any children. They were too old. But later on, they decided to go to Norway. And I was not in Stoughton anymore at that time. And they went over to Norway, and I don't remember anything except they said he became ill, and then I think he had a stroke or something, and died over there. And she had to ship his body home because he wanted to be buried in Stoughton.
Or do you want to tell us what you started to tell us about the photo developing in high school? Then you mentioned beefy, but you never told us about how you got out the developing equipment and what you did. And I know you took pictures for your yearbook too.
Well, I was in my, I don't know, I think junior year in high school, and I had beefy minutes for a chemistry class, and he told us that if we were interested, he would set up a lab that night in his, where we had our classes, and we could develop a film. So, but there they had the film put into a canister thing. It clipped in, and we turned it and got it wound up inside of this can, and then put the cover on. and poured the developer in and the water and whatever, put it in and drain it out and pour it in and drain it out. So about 6 months later, I decided, well, maybe I could try doing it at home. I didn't have one of those canisters, but I had Dad's equipment from when he used to develop film. He had I don't know, it was a Bakelite or what it was. It was black trays that were about that big and about that deep, kind of flared out a little bit at the top. And you'd go up and down like this in the solution. And we had an old-fashioned lamp that Dad used as his red light. It had a little candle burning inside of it, and then there's a red cloth over the front of it. So I think I was using that. And I had forgotten about the different steps that were necessary. So I kept doing this, and I got the film showing up black figures, but there was this cream color coating all over everything that looked kind of thick, and I didn't know what to do, and I didn't want to keep it going any farther. And the tray there, I thought I'd ruin it. And Dad was sitting in the living room reading the newspaper. The dining room was between me and Dad's room, and so there was a dark room between. So I held the film down there, and I opened the door just a crack to find out from Dad what to do. He said, "It's time for the hypo now. You put that in, and that cream color will go away, and you'll see your negative." So I did that. Then I went on and finished it. And when I got through and printed them up, I was so disappointed because that light came from the living room all the way into the kitchen, just a little bit of it, and flashed on the film. So when they were printed up, there were two cute pictures of Junior and my playmate and me, and we looked like white-haired Negroes. And then Mrs. Norbeck was stopping in Stoughton on her way to South Dakota. She always went out to their big cabin in the Black Hills before her husband came. At the time, he was a senator from South Dakota, U.S. senator. Well, she had I think it was a dark blue serge wool dress on, and it looked just like a ghost. The whole thing looked like a ghost. her face is okay. And Uncle Ole Scavlem had a apple tree right beside their house, and the apple tree looked fine, and part of Uncle Ole looked fine, and the rest of it was like a ghost. It was really strange, and I was told that photographers do that sometime on purpose, make a flash on the developing film, and then it does these things. So I don't know, but years later, I thought, well, maybe one of these photo magazines would be interested in an article about that, and so they wanted to see what I was talking about, and I foolishly sent the pictures along with the article I wrote. And they didn't even bother with the article, and they didn't return the pictures.
Oh,
I never had them again. I was just so disappointed.
that's terrible.
It was a big blow to me.
Happy day.